Yo, gentle gamers, are you tired of wasting clean chances during attack? In this video, I'll share pro attacking tips, formations, passing patterns, timing, and finishing tech that'll turn those chances into goals. Stick around, because I'll show you exactly when to attack and how to finish like a pro. Some of you are stuck. You get chances but can't finish. Or you keep passing until the game ends and nothing happens. That stops today. I'm breaking down exactly when to hit the gas, how to break defenses, and the finishing tricks that win matches. By the end, you'll be scoring more, not wondering why you didn't. Now, as we all know, to get a smooth attack, you need a solid formation that supports it. But here's the thing, before I recommend any specific formation, you need to understand your playstyle. Are you a quick counterattacking player who likes to break with pace? Or do you prefer to control possession, build up slowly, and wait for the perfect opening? Once you know your style, it becomes way easier to pick a formation that brings out your strengths. Formations like the 4-3-3 attack or 3-5-2 are excellent examples. But I'm not going to mention every single one, because honestly, there are so many. What matters most is that you find the one that fits you. Now here's a big tip. Formations with CAMs are the best for counterattacks. CAMs give you that extra link between midfield and attack, and they create smooth transitions when you're trying to break fast. That doesn't mean other formations can't counter. But if you're using a formation without a cam and you constantly struggle to attack, I'll kindly advise you to try one that has it. Trust me, formations play a massive role in how effective your attack is. It's the very first thing you need to fix if you want to score more goals. Now that you've got your formation locked in, the next step is player selection. And this is way deeper than just overall rating. Stats and traits matter way more than you think. For your striker, focus on pace, shooting power, stamina, and weak foot ability. Honestly, the best thing you can do for yourself is to get strikers who are both-footed. That way, they can finish chances no matter where the ball falls. If you're using the strikers, make sure at least one of them is both-footed. If you're using a single striker, then it's non-negotiable. You need a both-footed, strong striker with at least 4.5-star stamina and a high attacking work rate. Why? Because getting a striker with poor stamina and a weak foot in a single striker formation is a straight-up mistake. He'll disappear by the second half. Take a player like Isit, for example. Yes, he's both-footed, but his stamina is too low for a lone striker role. You'll only really enjoy him if you pair him with someone in a two-striker setup. As you can see, I personally use two strikers, and both of them have all the attributes I just mentioned. That's why my attack feels dangerous every time I push forward, because I built it smart, not just with ratings. For wingers, the #1 attribute you must have is pace. Forget everything else for a second. In FC Mobile, pace kills. After pace, you want dribbling and then passing to deliver accurate crosses or through balls. Shooting is nice to have, but it's not as important if you're using them strictly to stretch the play or feed strikers. And here's a small tip, weak foot isn't as big of a deal for wingers, especially if you're running a double striker formation. Her job is to beat defenders and supply the forwards, not necessarily to finish every chance. Now for the midfielders, you need balance. Always have a mix between. Playmakers with high passing and vision to control the tempo and create chances. Box-to-box midfielders who can both defend and join the attack when needed. Midfield also help where games are won or lost. So don't just throw in random players, build it smart with roles in mind. Now let's talk about the most important part. How to actually build up your attack and create chances. This is where most players mess up, either rushing too fast or holding the ball too long. Tip #1, don't rush every attack. A lot of players think every possession has to be a counterattack. That's wrong. If the space isn't there, recycle the ball with your midfield and wait for the right opening. Now look at this situation. I've got the ball in midfield, and my winger is making a run into space. But pay attention, there are two defenders trying to cover him. That means there's a high chance the ball gets intercepted. It might go through, it might not. But instead of gambling, I go for the 100% option. So what did I do? I turn back, recycle the ball to my midfield, and create a brand new attack. By doing this, I keep possession, stretch the defense, and eventually create a much clearer chance. Smart build-up is always better than forcing it. Tip number 2, master short passes, triangle passes, give and go. These passes are the deadliest way to break defense, no matter how tough it looks. Trust me. They open up defenses faster than just sprinting blindly. After making a pass, your player will immediately make a run forward, creating an option for a return pass or pulling a defender out of position. You can also trigger runs by swiping down on the through button. Now watch how I break this defense. For me to break this situation, I've got to eliminate all these 3 players. And how do I do that? I don't need to be messy and dribble past them all. All I need is a simple pass and go movement. By creating a triangle with my teammates, I can move the ball quickly, eliminate each defender one by one, and suddenly the pitch opens up. That's the beauty of football. It's not always about flashy skills. Sometimes the smartest, most effective play is just one to passes. Create angles, create triangles, and you'll see defenders disappear out of the play. Tip number 3, use through balls at the right time. Timing is everything with through balls. Don't just spam them. Wait until your striker or winger is making the run behind the defender. If you pass too early, it's intercepted. If you pass too late, it's offside. Patience plus timing equals clean chance. Tip number 5, switch play and don't be predictable. Learn to mix up your attacks. Another key tip if you really want to beat tough opponents and even pros. Don't be predictable. Let's say you're locked down on the right side. A lot of players panic and try to force their way through, and that's how they lose the ball. Instead, switch it, move the ball quickly to the opposite wing. Defenses in FC Mobile shift a little slow, and by the time they react, your winger already has space to run into. Also mix up your attacks. If you always go down the middle, your opponent will start reading you like a book. So sometimes attack wide, sometimes cut inside, sometimes go direct with a long ball. The less predictable you are, the harder it is for them to defend. Remember, attacking is not just about speed. It's about creativity. Keep your opponent guessing. Now once you've broken down the defense, it's time to do the most important part. Score the goal. And trust me, there are different ways to finish an FC Mobile. First, let's talk finesse shots. This is one of the most effective ways to score. Especially from tight angles, finesse shots give you more curve and accuracy. For example, when you're near the post, just aim at the near post and take a strong finesse shot. And the best part? You can do it with both feet, strong foot or weak foot. Many times, the goalkeeper doesn't expect it and the ball sneaks in. We've got the finesse from outside the box. Always use a player's preferred foot for this, like a right-footed player on the left side. Don't try this with the weak foot, because trust me, 90% of those will fail. But here's where most players mess up. They think every chance has to be a finesse shot. No, sometimes the best option is just a direct shot. Too many players waste chances because they delay trying to finesse. And before they know it, the defender closes in, intercepts, and the chance is gone. Learn to mix it up. Sometimes finesse, sometimes direct shots, sometimes just tap shoot when you're close. The quicker and simpler you make your decisions, the more goals you'll score. Don't be predictable, even with finishing. Lastly, let's talk about the things people overlook, but they can win you matches. Skill moves, headers, and set pieces. Let's start with skill moves. There are moments where you can't pass. You can't sprint through, and shooting isn't an option. Your only way out is to dribble. That's why you need to master at least one or the skill moves, like the lane change, fake shots, or knock-on even joystick dribbling. You don't need to spam them. Just use them at the right time. Trust me, your whole gameplay will change once you have that in your locker. Then there's corners and penalties. I know they might not happen every game, but when they do, they can be the difference between a draw and a win. Don't take them for granted, practice them. A single penalty can decide an entire match, and if you're calm and confident, that's 3 goals in the bag. So yeah, don't ignore these. They may seem rare, but their game changes when the time comes, and that's at Gentle Gamers. If you follow all these tips, from picking the right formation, using the right players, knowing when to pass, switching your attacks, finishing smart, and even mastering those skill moves, headers, and set pieces. I promise your attacking game in FC Mobile is going to change completely. Don't just watch and forget. Practice these steps, and you'll see results immediately. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these tips do you struggle with the most? Is it finishing, creating chances, or maybe dribbling? Drop it in the comments so we can talk about it. If this video helped you, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the bell because I've got more tutorials and gameplay coming your way very soon. Till then, keep scoring goals and keep gaming, gentle gamers. It's your boy Gentle Joe. Peace out.